So, our today's topic is conversation skill. The topic is very important as well as very interesting because we are going to discuss how to become a good conversationalist. Okay, I will share with you some points, and if you want to share or if you want to add some more points, you can share. Okay, so conversation is very vital regarding communication, right? Because if we can't interact with the other person well, then we can't understand the message the speaker wants to convey, right? Or the other person you are speaking to wants to convey. We can't understand the message, so we have to interact with the other person very well, and obviously we have to listen to them very well. So the first point is listen more than you speak. Always try to be a good listener. Listen to others at first, then start speaking. Give others chance to speak, right? Don't be always yeah, there are so many persons who are very dominating while interacting with some other person. They always they start speaking and they never stop. They're they're continuing with their conversation and all, and they never give the other person to say something. But you should not do that. You should listen well to the person you are speaking to, and then understand what the speaker wants to say, and then show your reaction, then start speaking. Okay, so always be a good listener. Second point is resist the urge to dominate. Yes, don't be always self-centered. That is, don't dominate, don't even try to dominate the conversation. That means, as I have told in the first point, so don't try to dominate. That means give others the opportunity to say, right? You have to um, give the opportunity to others to say something. And if you don't give the opportunity to say, then the conversation will not be a successful one, right? And you will not be a good conversationalist. So you have to be an easygoing person, you have to take interest in other person, and you have to give opportunity to other person. Point number 3 is apply the 3 C's. Okay, which are 3 C's? Care, courtesy, and consideration. When you interact with some other person, you should be careful. You should be genuinely careful, and you should ask about the well-being of that person, like how are you, how is your work going on, right? Is there any problem? So you should be careful towards the person you are speaking to, and you should follow courtesy. You know what is courtesy, and you have to follow courtesy. I will give you some example of conversation where I will give you two sample conversation. In one of those conversation, courtesy is followed, and in another one, courtesy is lacking. So you will get to know why courtesy is important. So you have to follow courtesy. So you can say like thank you, or very nice to meet you, or my pleasure. So this kind of very simple kind of courtesy, so you should follow. And you have to remember that courtesy is a very magical quality. When I will give you the example, I will provide this sample conversation, you will be able to figure out why courtesy is very important. It's a very magical quality. If you follow courtesy, then you will become more friendly person, and you will get so many people around you. You will get so many friends. So always follow courtesy. Yes, consideration. That means you have to be considerate towards others. You have to respect the views of others. And if you respect the views of others, then you will get the same from others. If you respect, then you will be respected by others. Right? So always be respectful, be considerate to others. Point number 4 is encourage the speaker to expand on his or her thoughts and opinions. Okay. While interacting with some other person, you should encourage the speaker to say something, because one-sided speaking is not an example of successful conversation, right? If you want to make your conversation successful, then you have to involve others also in the conversation, right? If you are only speaking and the another person is only listening, then the conversation is not successful one. So you have to make others involved in the conversation, and for that you can ask them some questions, some open-ended questions, so that they can express their opinions. Like suppose, suppose you were discussing with your friend about COVID-19. Okay. The recent pandemic is going on, and you were discussing about all the issues. Now you can ask your friend, what are the positive sides of COVID-19, or how can you reduce the effect of COVID-19? So these kind of open-ended questions you can ask, so that your friend can give you opinion, right? So that your friend can share his or her opinion regarding this. So these are open-ended questions. And if you want to make your conversation successful, then you have to make involved others, right? You have to make others involved in your conversation. In this way, you can encourage the speaker to share his or her thoughts and opinions. Okay. Now, point number 5 is use appropriate body language. Okay. Suppose you are engaged in a conversation, and the speaker is sharing his opinion. Okay. And if you agree with the speaker, so you can simply nod your head, so that it means it indicates that you are engaged in the conversation, you agree with him or her. Okay, nodding of the head, you can nod your head, or you can slightly lean forward, that means you are interested in listening, right? So this kind of non-verbal postures you can follow. So you have to suggest non-verbally that you are engaged in the conversation, right? You can maintain eye contact, you can smile, you can nod your head if you agree, or you can slightly lean forward. It indicates that you are interested in listening. It indicates that you are interested in the conversation, you are engaged in the conversation. Okay. So you have to use appropriate body language if you want to be a good conversationalist. Okay. Now point number 6. Be fluent while speaking. Yes, fluency is a much desired attribute of a good conversationalist. While interacting with some other person, if you fumble in the middle of your conversation, then the listener will not understand the message you want to convey. Right? So you have to be fluent, and during official conversation you have to be very precise and short and to the point, right? Because you have to convey your message very precisely and relevant. It should be relevant, you know. This is regarding official conversation. And while while you interact with while you interact informally with some friends or neighbors, then it's okay. But regarding official conversation, you have to be precise and short. And the most important okay most important point is you have to be fluent. You should not fumble while interacting with some other person. And you can enrich your vocabulary to use new words. You can enrich yes mm, you can learn so many words, so many new words, and you can use in your conversation to make your conversation interesting, right? So enrich your vocabulary, be fluent while speaking, then you will be able to be a good conversationalist. Point number 7 is building trust and credibility. Yes, this is very important quality if you want to be a team leader or an effective manager. Because if you are a team leader or a manager, you have to build trust, you have to build credibility, right? Otherwise other members in your team will not trust you. So you have to build that trust. And how can you build that trust? You have to spend time talking about various subjects with them. If you talk to them about various subjects, then you will get to know them very well. You will get to know their opinions, their thoughts. So in this way you have to build trust and credibility, and it is a very good quality, it is a very important quality of a good conversationalist. Okay, so you have to build trust and credibility if you want to be a good conversationalist. Now, features of a good conversation. The conversation should shift back and forth. Yes, the conversation should be two-sided conversation, right? If only one person is speaking and another one is listening, it will not be a successful conversation. Conversation should shift back and forth. It should not centered on only one person. Others are other persons should also be involved in the conversation. Second point is it should be clearly and concisely worded. Yes, it should be clearly and concisely worded, otherwise the listener will not understand what you are trying to say. So it should be clearly and concisely worded. Point number 3 is the sender should deliver the entire message. Yes, if you deliver the message and if you leave it just incomplete, then the other person will not understand you, right? So you have to deliver the entire message, don't leave it incomplete. So you have to complete, you have to deliver the entire message. Whatever you want to say, you have to convey your message very clearly and completely. Okay. You can ask me if you have any doubt regarding any point, or do you want to any other point? You can share. Then we will move on to our next topic, that is sample conversation. Okay, no doubt, right? Then let me ask you some questions. Okay, so Gautam is there. Gautam Kumar Mandal. Gautam, are you there? No response. Anusmita, are you there? Those who are not responding, then I will remove you from the class. If you are there, please respond. Otherwise, I will remove you from the class because you are not there. Anima, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Anima. So, Anima, tell me, tell me about some qualities of a good conversationalist. Which are the qualities one should possess in order to be a good conversationalist? You have to tell the qualities of a good conversationalist, or characteristics of a good conversationalist. Whatever we have discussed, you can tell also from those points, or if you want to add some other point, or whatever you think, you can share. Just say something. What is your view regarding a good conversationalist? What happened, all of you? Say something. Vikas, Sweetie, Susma, Sumit, Saurav, Subham, Sanjay, Richika, Nisa. What happened? Anima, you can say something. What's the problem? If you have any doubt, you can share. Okay, Deepak is also there. Deepak, are you there? Deepak, are you there? Subham, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Subham, tell me characteristics of a good conversationalist, or the qualities a person should possess to be a good conversationalist.
Yes. And one should listen patiently to others,
Okay, very good.
and he should speak to the point.
Okay.
And yes, he should be fluent
Okay.
while speaking,
Okay.
and
It,
he should be comfortable while speaking a
okay.
language.
Okay. Very good. Any other point?
He should be friendly. Try to be friendly with
Yes.
the conversations.
Yes, we should be friendly. Right. Suraj Kumar is there. So Suraj, do you want to share some other points? There are so many qualities, right, of a good conversationalist.
Hello,
Yes, Suraj. Say.
ma'am. Normal conversation we are talking about.
Yeah, maybe normal conversation or official
Like,
conversation.
means a conversation between two person or with a group of people.
Um, okay, suppose group of people. Then it may be between two person or group of people. So conversationalist. A good conversationalist is one who can converse well. So it
Yeah,
may be between two person or a group of person.
and I think the a good conversationist should have a better way of making understand the people who is in front of him, and
Okay.
fluency is fluency is
Fluency.
also very important.
Okay.
And one of the most important thing is that if you are making a conversation with any person,
Hmm.
then whatever the things that we are uttering, he should be able
Yes.
to understand that what I mean to say.
Yes. Right.
Suppose if we are speaking something and he is not getting anything, it means that the person who is in front of you, he will not take interest in
Right.
my words, you can say.
Hmm. Okay.
So this can be, ma'am, I think so.
Very good. Any other point? Richika, Subham.
Name eye contact.
Yes, Richika.
Name eye contact and body structure.
Yes, Richika. What are you saying?
She's
Name
saying,
eye contact. It is important.
Eye contact. Yes, of course.
and one should maintain good body posture also.
Yes, body posture. Right.
Ma'am, become calm and gentle while speaking.
Yes. Always try to remain calm and composed. Yes, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to, you
Don't
have
be
to be.
nervous.
Yes, you have
Yes.
to.
Then we
Very
have
good.
the quality of processing power. Hello.
Okay. Okay. Now here you can see conversation 1 and conversation 2. In conversation 1, courtesy is lacking here, you can see, and in conversation 2 courtesy is followed. Now you will understand what's the importance of courtesy. Let me at first read. Okay, this is a conversation between customer and counselor. So customer: good morning, I am Pritha Roy. I bought a food processor from your company last month. Counselor: somewhat rude, Specify when you bought it. Customer, taken aback, that means surprised. I bought it on 20th April. Counselor: where from? Customer: I bought it from your showroom at Raniganj. Counselor: okay, what is your problem now? So here counselor is behaving very rudely with the customer, right? So courtesy is lacking here. The counselor doesn't follow courtesy, and if the counselor is behaving very rudely with all the customers, then what will happen? No customers will come from the next time, right? Because everyone wants to talk with friendly person, not with the rude person, right? So here customer is behaving very rudely with the customer, the counselor is very rudely with the customer, and he will not come again from the next time. Now in conversation 2, you can see here customer: good morning, I am Pritha Roy. Counselor: good morning madam, what can I do for you? Customer: I bought a food processor from your company last month. Counselor: that's right. Now how is it doing madam? Customer: not properly. Actually, that's the reason I called you up. Counselor: don't worry madam, we will look after that. Please let me know what's wrong with the food processor. So here counselor is following courtesy, right? So courtesy is a very magical quality. You can convince others with this quality, right? You will be more friendly person, and you will get so many friends around you. People will come to you for any kind of suggestions, for any kind of advices, if you are a friendly person, right? So always follow courtesy. Okay, still we have some time, so let's discuss about stress and intonation. Before going to another topic, if you have any doubt regarding conversation skill, you can tell me. Otherwise, I will move on to our next topic, that is stress and intonation. Okay, so no confusion. Now we will move on to our next topic. Let me share. Okay. Stress. What is stress? Stress is when you pronounce some syllables more strongly than others. Okay, you can ask me what's the outcome of this topic, stress. If we know how to give stress, then what's the benefit? You can ask me. So if you know how to give stress, if you know how to put stress on proper words, then you can pronounce